Toby's going away. Well, kind of. What's happening, guys? Welcome to Film Junkee live on your Wednesday, your hump day. That's right. Everything good? All right. Audio's working. What's happening, everybody? Let's get the humping, huh? Make sure you guys smash that like, thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. And if you're not watching live, well, I usually chapter it out. You can fast forward. You can do it all that time. Yeah, that's right. Do all that. Got lots to talk about. There's so much that happened today. Like, holy crap! You know, obviously you see the topics. So many things that happened today. So, man, I'll tell you what. So much where I was like, all right, well, this episode or this show definitely deserved a drink right here. So, cheers, guys. Got me some wine right there. What is happening? All right. What are we doing here? Yeah, apparently there was some dude was here earlier named the Punisher that got a little crazy. You know, with the political stuff and was getting on it. But, you know, Miss Nighthawk right here, she took care of him, so they don't want any of that. And hi, Steph. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate that. Good evening there, Rockdale. How you doing? Yeah. You missed someone going on a tirade. Sometimes you just get those people that just say stuff and then they say the wrong kind of stuff because they want to project something on you. I get that a lot. I have gotten that a lot, especially like in the fandom a little bit. They'll say like stuff that's just not true. It's cool. It's fine. It's whatever. All right, but yeah, we're good. All right. Yes, you're fired. And we got Mr. Eric right here. All right, Captain Gator Girl, of course. We got Ryan right here. We got Russ. We got Mr. Jesse right here. The music just ends too soon, so let's start it up again. No? Come on. 1, 2, 3, go. There we go. All right, let's keep that music going for a little bit longer, huh? Jada McRae, what is happening? All right, we got Mr. Fear Jason right here, too. All right, Water Stream. Okay, if that's what you want. What's up, darling? How you doing? Still here. That's right. I'm gonna try to hold it. I'm gonna try to hold out on this till Top Gun reaches $1 billion. My goose stash. All right, Mr. Music Man, good to see you, buddy. All right, happy Pride Month to you, Selena. Let's see, who's that here? We got Bring Back Demo Hawk. What's going on, Brian? Bring it on. MD, how you doing? Toby's going away. Let's see. Hey, hi, Mama Film Junkie. Here's Mom, guys. Hey, Mom. How's it going? Good to see you. Eli, trying to keep up the awesome work. You're the best. Restore the Snyderverse. Remember, also release the air cut. We'll talk about that, though, because some new things came about, so for sure. Rez, where were you when you heard the news? I was right here. I was, like, over here, like that, like literally right over here. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, so not too far. Probably literally about 2 feet away. Scoop alert. Yes, because I'm a big, huge scooper. Bring out the pooper scooper. All right, hallelujah. Toby's gone. Well, you know, somewhat. In a fashion, and hopefully more. Have you had your daily dose? It's been a little bit, actually, since I've watched Zack Snyder Justice League. I need to watch it again for sure. Cameron right here. All right. Anyways, guys, okay, let's go ahead.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Oops. Did I mean to hit that one? Probably. Anyways, let's turn off the music right there. All right, we're good. Okay, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully we're good. Man, like I said, talk about a crazy day today. We got lots to go over, of course, and yeah, hopefully you guys had a good day. It feels like a weird week because of the holiday weekend, so I'm just all kind of going, yeah, let's keep the music playing. I know, right? I should get some other kind of music, too, for the opening as well. Jason McKenzie, I don't know if I said hi to you, but, you know, hopefully you did. So, how's it going, sir? Good stuff. You ripped Jose a new one? I don't want to know what that's all about, but, you know, it's whatever. Hey, not a new member. I don't know why it says new member, but Superior Shagari, please, can you play the exclusive drop? I miss it. I don't have it on this little system right here. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I need to put it into this little. I need to put a bunch of little drops, more drops, and everything. It's just, when it comes to this little system that I use for the shows, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So apologize. One of these days I'll get it back though. What's going on, Patton? Good to see ya. Cheers, Brian. We got your magic right here. Get the fuck out. I know. I wish I had all those drops, but sadly I don't have all those as of right meow. So sorry. We got Rosemary here too. They were saying, yep, hi Rosemary. If you're out there, I thought somebody said Rosemary, but I guess not. Maybe not. Yeah, was the witness. Oh, is that what happened? Okay. Okay, whatever you guys do on your own time, I'm not going to, ask or anything like that. I'm just saying. All right. And then we got Mr. Krypton Cage right here with his let's go. Trying to be like, what's his name, huh? Anyways, all right. So let's get to everything. I mean, I will say it was pretty crazy. I mean, it's been a pretty crazy day. And it's just been interesting to see the fan reactions to all this as well, seeing the timeline and everything. So definitely a lot to process. And I think, some people might have, there's some more details that we got to talk about, at least when it comes to the whole Toby Emmerich thing. But, it's a step forward. It's the headline that we did want to hear for sure. But it has been interesting to see stuff like that. And then it's just the reaction. Oh, man. And then some things that were happening on Twitter, which is just, you got to love Twitter. You got to love Twitter. One of these days, we'll do a spaces. When people do spaces, that's interesting. That is pretty damn interesting. But, yeah. But there's been some interesting stuff that happened on there. So anyways, all right. Let's get to the tweets, huh? Let's just get right into it. We got all that. Let me make sure everything's good. Is that turned off? Turn that off. All right, here we go. Let's go do the tweets, huh? See what happened in the Twitter world. All right. Hopefully you guys checked out yesterday's show where I talked about The Flash and Black Adam and the productions of both of those. And, of course, did my reaction to Pinocchio, which, you guys saw it. It's pretty good. Right off the bat, though, this morning, I mean, Netflix right here. We keep talking about Netflix and how Netflix is pretty much got a pretty bad cash flow problem. I mean, it doesn't mean they're going to actually go away, but, they are bleeding a little bit, but right here it says Netflix is looking to focus on making bigger and better films while it's releasing fewer than it previously did. Hey, where'd they come up with that idea? The company will also reduce the output of lower budget films, which could become more niche. I think they should stick with, still doing lower budget films, challenge these filmmakers. But yeah, this article came out today behind Netflix leaner movie mandate. Bigger, fewer, and better. Yeah, because they were just throwing money at everything. It almost seemed like somebody had the idea at Netflix to be like, hey, yeah, we have a bunch of movies that everybody loves, series and whatnot. We can have all that, but we need to fill up our library with our own shit. So they were just throwing money at all kinds of things. And, about 70% of it was bullshit. It sucked. It really did. And then, of course, there was a whole drama with the Dave Chappelle stuff and all that. And then, of course, now with the Ricky Gervais stuff. Yeah, the Scott Stuber-run division is adjusting to a new set of realities as the Reddy's $200 million plus The Gray Man from the Avengers Endgame Helmers and pricey set of Knives Out sequels. I mean, that's the thing. You got Zack Snyder that's bringing you a Star Wars and has already brought you a zombie universe. And then you have, of course, the Russo brothers bringing in, a star power movie called The Gray Man. And then you have, of course, the Knives Out sequel. I mean, there's a lot that Netflix needs to focus on. And I think what they're realizing, especially with like Stranger Things and just throwing a bunch of money at that, is like, yeah, try to just go for the more quality, not quantity. I think they were going for quantity over quality at one point. So that's where they kind of got into... their trouble right here. So, yeah, bigger, better, fewer. That's their motto right now. Netflix has lost 44% of its stock value since that day, of course, when they were talking about losing like 2 million subscribers or whatever the hell just behind. Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty crazy, but It seems like Netflix is really just trying to course correct a little bit, just kind of course correct a little bit. So we'll see what happens with them. But yeah, focus on quality. Focus on quality. That's what it's all about. And speaking of quality, I'm hoping this movie's quality. We have our official poster of Bullet Train, of course, starring Mr. Brad Pitt, which this movie just looks fucking insane. The end of the line is just the beginning. Yeah, I can't wait for this movie. Every time I see the trailer, I enjoy it. It's from Mr. Tim Miller, of course. I think it's from, or is it from David Lech? Which Deadpool is it? It's not Tim Miller. Is it Tim Miller? I don't know. Which one? I know it's from one of the Deadpool directors. Anyways, I think it's David Lech. I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys tell me which director it is. I'm like totally drawing a blank. But it's one of the movies that I'm really looking forward to when it comes to this summer. And let's support it. Let's support it. Let's support some of these original movies. We got to do that. We got to support these original movies. Even though we want some of the, the franchise movies to flourish, we have to support these movies right there. So what's going on, Alakzu? How you doing? Hey, Jamie Campbell. That's right. Jamie Campbell right here. Hey, he's not a bad guy. Look at that, taking the selfies with everybody. I mean, if you watch Stranger Things, it is David Lech. Okay, thank you. For some reason, I think I was thinking Love, Love, whatchamacallit, and Robots, where Tim Miller created that. That's where I was like getting Tim Miller from. But yeah, David Lech. That's right. From the director of Deadpool 2, not Deadpool 1. But yeah, Stranger Things right here, a little behind the scenes. Even though, when you watch the scenes that this guy is in, he is creepy as all hell. And then if we won't say any spoilers just for anybody who has said anything, but my God. And then it was a good morning when, this came across the, I don't know how much I could show of that, but probably should, whoa, that's Jennifer Connelly via 1991. Let's face it, Jennifer Connelly, always been hot, still hot. You saw Top Gun Maverick. That was, Jesus Christ. Woo, yeah. Ow. That's what we're talking about. Jennifer Connelly. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyways, we got that. And then, of course, we got GQ Hype right here. GQ Hype for the boys. The boys are back in town. So everybody looking like their GQ best right here. And, of course, we got Miss Karen right up front, of course. Looking badass and adorable at the same time, wearing leather pants and everything like that. I like the red suit, though. I like the red suit from Mr. Anthony Starr right there. I dig that. So, Jennifer Connelly, yep, she is fire. She definitely is. Suicide Squad, well, it's almost like she knows the director. James Gunn, possibly, because she was in the Suicide Squad. See, Deadline just said, like, they didn't say the Suicide Squad. They just said Suicide Squad. But yes, Daniela Malakawar, I never can say her last name right. Apparently, she's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. God knows what she's playing, but yes, it was announced by James Gunn that she will be in there, and I think we have no complaints because we all enjoyed her in the Suicide Squad. She's supposed to be in Fast X too, I believe, right? I'm sure. And then, of course, we'll be talking about that. Of course, I did my little video earlier. Oh, man, just so many things. So many things to talk about when it comes to that, which we'll talk about. And then, hey, look at that. Eli Snyder. Guess what? He's got a short film. That's right. Zack Snyder's kid. Coming in strong. Look at the visuals. It's taken from his dad. It looks good. That's all I got to say. Oh, I should probably do that.
Let's hear you're in the Army. Thank you for your service.
Transition.
Let's take a look. Do you ever experience feelings of numbness and sleeplessness? Any confusion with time or space?
Professor?
Have you seen her?
Has anything like this happened before?
Oh.
No, I'm good. I'm fine.
That's right. He's got them Zack Snyder genetics. He's got that eye. I'm sure Zack is proud of his son. Directing his first little short film, man. Is that his newest short film. I like it. Pretty awesome stuff right there, man. And hey, if you haven't watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, it arrives on streamers next week. So please, Amazon Prime, June 7th, Apple TV. So if you haven't checked it out, which shame on you, you should support this film, of course, in the movie theaters. But, you know, if you didn't, that's fine. At least support it. Watch it at home. It's great. I can't wait to watch it again. Is anybody making these? Because I would love to have this. I saw this come across my timeline, and I went, can I have that? That looks cool. I want one. How much? Let me know, because I would love that. But it seems like that's something that's custom made right there. That's pretty damn cool. Of course, we'll talk about that. Good job, Mr. Fear Jason. Yeah. And the fact that you changed the I tried to I lied. I love that. I absolutely love that. And then, yes, about 40 minutes from now, make sure when we're done right here, you go over to the Real in Motion channel, and you can hear Mr. Ben Everett, talk about the events of today as well as everything else. And then Garza will probably be there too. And, Ben will probably not get a word in at all. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he'll try. Just kidding. Love you guys. But yes, head over there. That's going to be in about 40 minutes. I'm sure I'll run long, and I don't mean to, but hey, it does happen at sometimes. Our first look at Stas Nair right here. Apparently, this was caught right there. So, we already had our little, we already had an image of, maybe, that's not the same guy. Another look at the character posted by a stunt double. So this is a stunt double too. We saw the one from Ray Fisher stunt double, who also had long hair too. As you can see, the image right here that we saw earlier. But now we got this one right here of Stas Nair's character. So there's going to be like a certain look for a certain group of characters in Rebel Moon. I am excited. Can't wait to get the full look of everyone. It's going to be great. We got Alex Ross showing some good art right here. You can't trust in luck. That's right. Good Batmobile right there. Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, we got Thor, Love and Thunder that's coming out in, a month? Which, whatever. But I am looking forward to this one right here. The new journey in the Mad Max saga begins. And look at that beautiful shot of that slate right there of Furiosa. Can't wait. Of course, Anya Taylor-Joy is playing the young Furiosa. We don't know exactly who Chris Hemsworth is playing. It's not going to be a Mad Max movie because, obviously, she didn't meet Max until later on. But, yeah, it's going to be still going to be good. George Miller's still directing, which George Miller has a film coming out this year, which is great. And looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing more things that are coming about. But I love this shot right here of the slate. Looks good. What does it mean? What is 52A? No, we only get excited about film slates when it's Zack Snyder that posts them, right? We don't try to decipher other directors' film slates. Nah. And then speaking of, okay, so what have I been talking about, guys? What have I been talking about? This is interesting. So, release the Ayer Cut Twitter handle. Apparently, they posted like a little private message, a little text message right here, stating that 6 days till a trending event, which, yes, there should be a trending event. Try to do, I'm just saying, we got to pump up the numbers for hashtag release the Ayer Cut. Let's please do so. I've been saying that. So, must do so. 6 days till a trending event. Not sure exactly what that's all going to entail, but yes, I think we should hit it full force. Please do. Let's pump up those numbers. But what's noticed right here is our November event will be in November, which, yeah, usually if you have a November event, it will be, in fact, in the month of November. A little typo right there. It happens. I'm just making fun. But anyways, it's going to be epic. And so we're having one on the 20th and another major one in November. Nothing planned in between. Hopefully your source is correct about Emmerich because that'll break Twitter. This was on May 14th. Yeah, people in the know about that. Apparently, everybody knew something was going to happen with Toby. But the thing I want to focus on is the fact that it says a November major event. What have I been saying, guys? Yes. The fact that the Ayer Cut, not quite on the table yet. Not quite on the table yet. But it can be. It can be. Can be on the table. And apparently there's, what did I say? Look for an event that is similar to the November 17th, 2019 event when it came to the Snyder Cut. Got to do the same thing for the Ayer Cut. And if this is any indication of what that's been, yes. I mean, apparently these guys are more in the know than I am. More in the know than I am. But, you catch wind of it. That's why I kept saying that, hey, look for an event, a big event, when we really got to push that hashtag. And hopefully some actors of the movie will do that too. Because let's face it, guys. I mean, Dave Zaslav running a tight ship. He needs analytics. He needs numbers. He is a numbers man. He knows every nook and cranny of things. He is putting a jeweler's loop on every little fucking budget, every little project. The man is probably obsessed with righting the ship and trying to do as much as he can. And right now it's like, Ayer Cut, what are you talking about? That's old shit. But if it can be convinced with trending and campaigns and stuff like that, focus on the Ayer Cut a little bit. Like, if you can release the Ayer Cut, trend as much as restore the Snyderverse, or even release the Snyder Cut, get it close to those numbers, that will really help David Ayer. Really would. That's the thing. Okay? So try. We got to get that. And I don't know, when it comes to new trending events, hey, do something. I don't know. We got to do something, right? Something in between. Start your own stuff. Do some fucking artwork for it. Do all kinds of stuff. Approach it like we approached the Snyder Cut. Do it like that. Because come November, David Ayer's really going to need some help. Really going to need some help. I mean, let's face it. I think when it came to Zack Snyder pitching the Snyder Cut and getting it done, he did it at the perfect moment, because I don't think David Zaslav would then again, maybe he would, seeing all the analytics. I don't know. I think that was a big selling point. But I don't know if he would have got as much budget, because David Zaslav is really he is like, it takes a crowbar to fucking crack open that goddamn wallet right there. So just need a little help, a little bit more help. So hopefully we could do that. Let's definitely do that. Yes. So hashtag release that goddamn Ayer Cut. Yeah. It's like there's a reason or something. Why planning so far ahead? Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason why a certain group is planning that far ahead. Casual Batman? No. It's Pete Holmes' Batman, which is a very funny sketch. But yes, it very much looks like, I love the caption right here. It says Gotham Knights Batman. Yeah, it could very much look like that, right? And like I said, remember to do both. Because I saw that Restore the Snyderverse was trending. So hey, do both. Let's get that Ayer Cut out there too. Please. Promotion! Look at this. We got some promotional shit right here. Promotional art for Black Adam. It's beginning. Look at that. I don't know if that's going to be some kind of t-shirt or whatnot. It's weird because I don't like this weird little lens flare thing right there. I guess I don't know. It's like, why have that? Just clean it up. Somebody clean that up. So we got the little, right there. And then, of course, we got this right here. I guess it's promotion for Black Adam. It looks new, looks great. I love this costume. Again, Dwayne Johnson said, fuck all with the goddamn padding in the costume. He said, I'm just going to have my natural muscles be in this costume right there. And the costume looks great. I just hope, from what I told you guys yesterday when it came to Black Adam and those test screenings, I really hope with whatever they decided to tweak and do the reshoots that Dwayne Johnson said, you know what, I just got to fucking, stick a needle in my butt with steroids and get that roid rage. I want to see Dwayne Johnson angry. I want to see him angry. It's like, yeah, okay, we could try to pull off a little bit of the anti-hero stuff, but I want you to be fucking angry and ruthless there, Dwayne. Okay, we kind of got a sense of that right at that, DC fandom opening of Black Adam. Seemed like Black Adam was going to be ruthless, but if there's a tonal shift where all of a sudden he's got this huge heart and he's like, oh, gotta save the world, I just don't know. That's what I'm worried about when it comes to Black Adam. It's going to be a very difficult challenge to try to keep that, hey, he is a villain, but we could kind of start, getting across the line to anti-hero. I worry a little bit, but still looking forward to it. And that fucking costume is goddamn gorgeous. Love the texture. It's all about texture. That's what it is. And hey, guys, we've got another little preview for Project Justice League Part 2 right here from Mr. Nicotina. Saw you in there right there. There we go. Oh, Darkseid. Oh, Project Justice League 2. So there you go. Summer of 2022. That's right. Okay, somebody, 4 Nerds Network, yeah. So make sure you subscribe, doing all that. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, right? This is what keeps the conversation going when it comes to all this. Someone should do like a spin-off motion comic of like something of like Suicide Squad, David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Help it out a little bit too. You know, just putting it out there. I'm not a talent. I don't know how to draw that well or anything, so I can't really, can't really help with that. But if anybody knows anybody right there, just like, hey, let's get some more, let's get some more oomph for release the Ayer cut as well. Let's definitely do that. All right. So we good? We good. Yeah, it was badass. Good job, Andre. Good job. Looking forward to it. Enjoyed the first round. Let's get the second round. All right, let's talk about Toby. Toby. Cheers. So, we finally got here. Obviously, we got to this point where we got the headline that we wanted to get. We were looking forward to this headline after everybody else was like exiting when it comes to the whole merger of Warner Brothers and Discovery. It was like, okay, now where is that headline where we're going to hear about Toby, going away? And here is the article right here. Toby Emmerich steps down as Warner Brothers Picture Group Chairman. Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi taking over studio. So veteran executive Toby Emmerich is exiting his post as Warner Brothers Picture Group Chairman, which is funny, they didn't capitalize chairman. 3 sources told Variety, a company man who survived numerous WB ownership changes over 2 decades. Emmerich's transition out of the role follows weeks of chatter that he was leaving the studio. He's expected to be replaced by Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdi. Remember, I think it was earlier in the month of May. I was talking about that. It was like an article that kind of fell under the radar. That basically was saying that these two from MGM, who did a great job at MGM, made a ton of money at MGM, were possibly coming over here. And then I told you guys too that I might have given this information when it came to a little bit of the tea. And let me go back because I retweeted KC. If you're still out there, you tweeted those screenshots right here. So Mike DeLuca out, Toby Emmerich in at New Line. This is back in 2001. It was turbulent day at New Line Cinema yesterday as president of production Michael DeLuca left the company, and president of music Toby Emmerich was named to replace him. The irreplaceable DeLuca had spent 8 years in the job, turning New Line from a successful genre company into a major hit maker with movies such as blah, 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 blah. Oh, man, look at those movies right there. 7, Rush Hour, Austin Powers, The Mask, The Wedding Singer, and Dumb and Dumber. God, remember the New Line logo in the 90s? God damn. There's certain music that you hear with that New Line logo. But yes, and now we have this. Toby Emmerich steps down. I mean, it's poetic justice, because I think I told on a member stream that yes, Toby Emmerich, Mike DeLuca didn't really like each other. So the fact that Mike DeLuca was going to be coming in kind of felt like, okay, that means Toby's not going to be anywhere probably around him. And sure enough, here we are. Emmerich named blah, blah, blah. More to come, all that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of nice. It's kind of interesting. I mean, it's been 21 years since all that. But yes, I did mention that, I think, in a members-only stream. Maybe I mentioned it on here. I don't know. But let's not get too... Well, hold on. Let's see. We got this right here. Well, first off, let's not forget that, he's not fully leaving Warner Brothers Discovery, guys. Okay, like yeah, we were celebrating because he's not gonna be in his position where he was anymore, and it's like, all right, Toby, yeah, you're out, cool. But at the same time, we got this right here. We got a memo from Mr. David Zaslav. And this is what he had to say in that memo right here. He said, this morning, Toby Emmerich informed his team of his decision to step down as chairman of Warner Brothers Pictures Group and launch his own production company. What? I have known Toby for years. He is a great leader and a friend to me and to many, and I'm very happy for him and even more thrilled that he has chosen to remain a part of our Warner Brothers Discovery family through this new production venture. We're also grateful to him for agreeing to stay at the helm of Warner Brothers Pictures Group through a transition period this summer. So it's probably not going to fully take effect till after this summer. Over the few months, Toby and I have been talking about the best structure for Warner Brothers Pictures Group and the idea of creating 3 distinct film segments around Warner Brothers Pictures New Line Cinema. Warner Brothers feature animation, a DC-based film production. I have greatly appreciated his insight and partnership throughout this process and feel confident that this is the right strategy of our company going forward. Mr. Patton, thank you, sir. Plot twist. Toby's new producer role is at DC Films. I really fucking hope not. I don't think that's going to be happening. It was during these same discussions that Toby first shared with me his desire to start his own production company. I told him he had my absolute support. He is incredibly talented with a well-deserved reputation throughout the industry as a bold, creative visionary. While at the helm of New Line Cinema and then the entire Warner Brothers Picture Group, he has been a driving force behind a diverse collection of highly successful series, including, and of course, no mention of, certain things. We have a deep history of world-class production here at Warner Brothers Discovery, and our intent going forward is to tell more of the best stories and to share them with an even bigger audience around the world. Toby and his team will play an important and valued role in the endeavor. We're so glad to have them join us, and we can't wait to see what they create in the months ahead. Now, who knows what all this is, but yes, that's why it was a little bit like, wait a minute, yes, that sounded cool, but then all of a sudden it's like, but Toby's not fully leaving yet. Is it yet? I don't know. Apparently, when it comes to a lot of this, Ray Fisher tweeted. Thank you, Jason McKenzie, for being a member for 17 years. Ray Fisher did too. We'll look at it in a little bit here. So, but I just wanted to not get everybody's hopes too excited. But the more exciting thing is Mike DeLuca. Okay, that's the more exciting thing. It just seems like, okay, this guy is going to do some things. He's going to do some good things. And then not to mention, when it comes to the business, who knows, when you're looking at everything, and talking to a friend that it's like that's within that business and kind of telling me like this is a normal thing. When somebody is actually on the out, there might be another little deal that kind of softly kicks them out the door. I don't know. We just got to kind of be patient right here. So, yeah, Toby is stepping down from where we want him to step down, but he's not fully going away. That's the bad part. It seemed like that at first, like, oh, he's gone. Yeah, he's totally gone. But at the same time, remember with that whole Netflix thing, the article that we heard? Remember that? That was weird. There's all kinds of things that are weird. And then you got this part right here of Variety. Why Warner Brothers Discovery shook up its film business and what happens next. Toby Emmerich's exit as chairman of Warner Brothers Pictures Group and the ascension of former MGM film leaders Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy are just the latest instances of upheaval in what is already shaping up to be a tempestuous, new era of the studio behind Harry Potter and Batman. Emmerich's ouster has been gossiped about for years. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like, Dave Zaslav was, in his memo, he's going to be like, yeah, good job, buddy. But at the same time, it's like, has he really been doing that great of a job? Dating back well before the company was sold to Discovery. Still, his decision to leave for a production deal stunned executives on the studio's Burbank lot. Yeah, apparently this was like a big thing. When it comes to business news and within the business, this was a big shakeup. This was a huge shakeup. Like, people were not expecting this, apparently. Many of whom had worked with Emmerich for decades. It comes on the heels of a series of head-spinning directives from Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav and his leadership team. Oh, we got DJ right here with a $2 super chat. It's classic of ramping four execs in the core. See, there you go. What he said. It comes on the heels of blah, 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 and his leadership team who have been simultaneously obsessed with finding $3 billion in cost-saving synergies while expanding the number of movies the company produces. The mission also includes the mandate of blah, 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 blah. Historically, yeah, we got all this and, just business stuff right here. But the big thing right here, guys, is the fact that, as much as we love the fact that he's stepping down from his position, not all quite gone yet. So let me go ahead. Wait, I forgot. Let's see. What did Ray Fisher have to say right here? Did he say something? Apparently he said something. Let's see. Oh, okay. So he said, may we never see the likes of Toby Emmerich again. Better days are surely ahead. Okay. So there you go. That's pretty good. Retweet that. Cool. So that's what Ray Fisher had to say. But like I said, not fully gone, but I think it's just it's like, hey, we're kicking you out, but we're going to put a little mattress down here for you. I don't know. It all seems a little strange. I mean, remember yesterday when I did Twitter questions and Mr. Jacob, if you're out there, you sent me that video. Where it showed at Cannes, David Zaslav and Toby Emmerich were sitting right next to her. They were sitting right behind the director of the Elvis movie and Tom Hanks. So, I mean, I believe that they're actually friends. I do believe that they're actually friends. So, yeah, it's all pretty crazy when you just see that headline and everybody you release all the decorations, you pop the fucking champagne, we're all celebrating, and then you start really looking and you go, oh, he's not fully gone, but hopefully he will be. And then God knows what's going to happen with Walter Hamada next. That cocksucker, what's going to happen with that guy next? I don't know. But still, we can still say.
Yeah, second Warner Brothers.
Yeah, what Zach said. So it's all pretty interesting. It's all pretty interesting right there. So we'll see what happens in the coming months. But I have a feeling that maybe at the end of the summer, we'll finally fully hear that Toby Emmerich is just fully out. But at least he's out of the position where he's at. Because we didn't like him in there, right? We didn't like him in there. So it's just part of it. It's part of the process, guys. Part of the process. Okay. But don't worry. I think Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdi they're gonna do some. I think they're gonna come in and do some fucking good. They're gonna do some good. They're coming in. They're gonna be running what Toby was doing. They're going to be doing really good stuff. So were Scoopers right about that? Who knows? I saw some people, and that's the thing I hate about the Scooper. This is what the Scooper world, the Scooper game has created. Is like when this happened, I got a few messages in my mentions, that said like, oh, so and so is right. I'm like, well, I thought we all were kind of like betting on the fact that Toby Emmerich was going to be gone. That's interesting. Oh, wait, were they right about the DeLuca and Abdi coming in? I'm like, well, wait a minute. I talked about that. Okay. But anyways, we're not going to go down that route. I know. I don't want to ruffle feathers again. I'm trying not to. Let's not do that. Okay. It's finally over, guys. Jesus Christ. As I bring up my pint of wine, my mega pint of wine. Mega pint. Oh man, the shit show that is the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial has reached a verdict, and surprisingly, I didn't think, and I told you guys a couple of times, I didn't think that Johnny Depp was gonna win. But then I realized how fucking stupid and whatever that Amber Heard and her team are, because there was one instance where she basically just admitted that, yes, the article that was written was about Johnny Depp. It's like, oh, shit. Well, there you fucked up. I think you actually had this case until you actually pretty much admitted it, that it was about Johnny. Man, I tell you what. I'm glad it's over, so then we could stop obsessing about this and people divided about it, fighting about it, all that stuff. But my God, it was just, a literal shit show. And yeah, her career is ruined. Not only is Toby Emmerich not working for a portion of Warner Brothers, Amber Heard definitely not going to work for Warner Brothers again. God knows what's going to be happening. Whoa, are we good? God knows what's going to happen with her. Send super chat. Yeah, okay. About the tweet. What? Wade's tweet is meaningless. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're still talking about Toby. Yeah, see, that's the thing is like the bad part is, like Jose is saying, he's not fully gone. He's not fully gone. He's just out of his position, which, that's a step. It's a step. Got to remember, it's a step. But yeah, back to the Amber Heard thing. Yes, Johnny Depp won. I did not think he was going to. But her legal team and she just fucked up. It's crazy when I even had a back and forth with somebody today who did not want to believe this or didn't believe anything. It's like just the way that human beings are nowadays. I get it. If you don't like Johnny Depp and you believe like a lot of the shit, and God knows he is no fucking angel for sure. He is fucked up. We've heard a lot of that here. But if you watch this trial and still think that Amber Heard was absolutely, completely innocent, I don't know what the fuck you were watching. It's weird when I talk to people that wholeheartedly think that she is full on innocent still, and I'm going, what have you watched? I honestly don't know what you've watched. Because everything I've watched and a lot of people have watched has been, holy shit, this is really bad. She is looking really bad. Just the way that she's acted on the stand, her mannerisms, and the way that she was always looking at the jury when she answered questions. Like, hey man, she was trying to pull off this whole big, huge performance. And believe me, Johnny Depp was doing a performance too. But let's face it, who's the better actor? Johnny Depp. But it's like when I'm seeing people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm like going, whoa, have you not been watching this? It's been really bad. So I don't think it's not a shock to some people, but then of course there's some people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And then there's a lot of people too, there's people too that start mentioning and start tweeting about, sexual assault and abuse and all this stuff like that. And I'm just kind of going like, yeah, okay, I understand you're upset, but you should be more upset on Amber Heard. Because it's obviously that she was lying. It's pretty damn obvious that she was lying about some things. And the things that were presented on this case, she took advantage of what was happening with the whole Me Too thing and like that. So you should be more mad at her for fucking a lot of that up. That's what's so funny about that. I was like, why? How are you? Yeah, I can understand you can be mad at the situation, but you should be mad about Amber Heard kind of taking advantage of this little situation right here too. Because some of the stuff was just like, how could you... That's just the way we are nowadays, though. We just kind of you have one thing, you have one bias, and then all of a sudden it's like, what happened? No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Sorry, I didn't see that. And I've always told you guys too, I wasn't on the side of either one of them, but when you kept watching stuff, it was like, holy shit. Ugh. I don't think this is gonna. I think this. Does it help Johnny Depp's career? Sure, it already has. Ruined her career, for sure. But at the same time, when it came to Johnny Depp, I don't think he's not going to be a fucking star again. He's not going to, Disney ain't going to be calling him up. Nobody, Warner Brothers, is not going to be calling him up either. I think he'll probably do a bunch of indie movies or something like that and do performances with his band or whatever the hell. And I hear that that's what he did. He didn't even show up for the verdict. That's what was funny. Talk about... Talk about putting on the sunglasses and saying, fuck. He wasn't even there. Apparently he's like in the United Kingdom or something like that. He's in the UK, which was interesting. It's like Johnny Depp was like, well, we got this. Yeah. Yeah, it's all been a big shit show. Really has. But, sometimes, when it comes to this kind of stuff, it's like, yeah, we want victims to come out and do the thing. But the sad part about it is, a lot of the things always is like, when you have like the hearsay, we heard that so much in this trial, the hearsay. So you have to present, of course, some of the, the evidence, and a lot of the evidence was just like, oh my God. So, I know some people were bringing up the fact that he was, in the UK, he was still found as, he still got the whole wife beater title still on him over there. So people were saying like, how fucked up is it over here? Because I mean, there's just, you could see the bias, you know, and you could see the bias through this whole goddamn thing. And I'm just kind of going like, can you just like not and just look at the evidence, look what's being presented, and just kind of be like, oh my God, that's weird. That's crazy. You know, I didn't want to use the justice for whatever the fuck, the hashtag. It's always weird. But, you know, the sad part about it is yes, it did hurt some of that, you know, when it comes to victims coming forward. But it shouldn't be blamed on what happened. It should be blamed on somebody who took advantage of that. I mean, we heard her say that on a recording, saying that, yeah, go ahead, say that you were abused. Who's going to believe you, Johnny? It's like, yeah, she took advantage of a lot of that, you know? She took advantage of a lot of that. I mean, obviously, Johnny was, you know, fucked up. A little too much boozing, a little too much popping pills and all that kind of shit. So let's prop up the camera and just egg him on a little bit, huh? Mega pint. Yeesh. So it's all pretty crazy and all that kind of stuff. Ezra has had assault cases too, yes. More coming on the Ezra stuff too. Definitely more coming on the Ezra stuff. Stuff's brewing up. I've been telling you guys that, you know, his side will be talking probably soon. God knows what kind of fashion it will be, but we'll see what happens with that. It's all crazy. Because you gotta, I mean, you can't just hear somebody say something and then, okay, I believe you. That just doesn't work that way. And that's the problem is nowadays with social media and everything, everybody just hears one side and goes, believe you, 100%, they're telling the truth. I know. Me? That's right. I've been on Twitter for 9 fucking years. I know when someone's lying. I know. It's like, no, you don't. Okay? It still needs to, you know, innocent until proven guilty or whatever the fuck. And remember, this was a defamation suit. Okay? This was just, they just wanted to, like, you know, the fact that he got defamed because of this article. And I think she was going to still win that until she fucked up and basically admitted that it was about Johnny. It's like, ugh. It's like, oh, all you had to do is just make it seem like it wasn't about him, and then you probably would have won. But the legal team was a joke. It's crazy. So there you go. So I guess congrats to Johnny Depp. Like I said, I don't think he's going to like totally reignite his career. That'd be crazy if it was. I don't think he's going to star, you know, he's going to end up having a role in like the next Star Wars series or something like that. But, you know, at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's such a crazy thing. Humans are crazy. We're all crazy. Because when you have a situation, you have two people that talk about two very different things of the situation, and then you got to figure out, and then people over here, the third party or whatever, have to figure out who the fuck is telling the truth, you know? And everybody is always like, oh, you always have to believe the victim. It's like, no, you can't do that, because how many times has somebody claimed victim of somebody else, and then turns out they were full of shit. Okay, and lives have been ruined on that side too. But then it's also vice versa, where, you know, the victim ends up not winning, and then their lives are ruined, and blah blah blah. I mean, it's just such. When lie detector technology, is that ever going to get better? Are we still just going to get strapped up, you know, with a bunch of little things and the little, you know, remember in like TV shows and movies, sci-fi stuff, it was just like, man, you had like a full-on helmet, you had all this kind of stuff, and it really said, hey, we know that you're lying, like a red light, green light kind of thing. Why hasn't the lie detector technology gotten better? You'd think it would have, right? In the past, like, few decades. That's what needs to happen. Or we need to find some precogs like in goddamn Minority Report or something like that. I don't know. It's not nothing's full, I don't know. Jesus Christ. I'm just rambling now. That's all. But, yeah. So who's going to play Mira in Aquaman 3? Oh, my God. It's bad. It's bad. Now, watch out. Yes, I used Jada Pinkett. I used Niobe right here from Matrix Reloaded, Revolutions. Because I didn't feel like making my own PNG of her, and that was the only PNG I found, and I thought it was cool. So, even though Jada Pinkett, oh my God, I mean, here's somebody else. Again. You know, we just talked about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and that toxic relationship. Now we got Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. And we're kind of wondering about this relationship too, because it doesn't look that great either. And we all love Will Smith, you know, and most of us want to like Jada Pinkett, but, you know, God knows what's happening here too. God knows. But she finally spoke up about the Will Smith slap, the Chris Rock slap during the Oscars. So this is what she had to say right here in the article right here. Oh, didn't work. Hold on. Jada Pinkett Smith speaks out on Oscars slap. Will Smith and Chris Rock must reconcile. Jada Pinkett Smith addressed the Will Smith-Chris Rock Oscar slap for the first time in detail on June 1st episode of her Facebook series, Red Table Talk. Yeah, remember the Red Table Talk where she brought on Will Smith and basically said, oh yeah, I cheated on you with this young stud. And he was like on the verge of tears. Remember that? Okay? Sometimes you gotta be on the dude's side. I mean, if we've learned some things, it's like, yes, we want to believe. We'd like, you just hashtag believe all, anybody, don't do that. Anyways, the actor previously commented on the situation courtesy of a meme that read, this is a season of healing, and I'm here for it. Pinkett Smith decided to address the slap on Red Table Talk because the episode tackled alopecia, you know, of course, the reason why she has no hair. Smith slapped Rock on the Oscar stage for joking about Jada Pinkett Smith's bald head, which she shaved because of her own battle of alopecia. This is a really important Red Table Talk on alopecia, considering that I've been through what I've been through with my own health and what happened at the Oscars. Thousands have reached out to me with their stories. And she continues on by saying, I'm using this moment to give our alopecia family an opportunity to talk about what it's like to have this condition and to inform people about what alopecia actually is. That's good. Good on you, Jada. That's what you should be doing. Okay? I like that. Now about Oscar night. My deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. The state of the world today, we need them both, and we all actually need one another more than ever. Until then, Will and I are continuing to do what we have done for the last 28 years, and that's keep figuring out this thing called life together. Thank you for listening. So there you go. That's what Miss Jada Pinkett has to say about that. Yeah, would have been kind of cool if, like, you know. What's kind of funny, though, is, like, before the Oscars, when she talked about alopecia in her hair, she basically was like, I don't care, say whatever you want about me, blah blah blah. I'm totally, you know, don't take what I'm saying exactly what she said, but she basically was saying, like, fuck off, if you want to make fun of me, it's whatever, do so, I don't give a shit. But then of course Chris Rock makes fun, and then this all happens. It's just all kind of funny how some people, you know, people will just be like, yeah, I don't give a shit, and then all of a sudden someone fucking says something, and then all of a sudden they give a shit, which is also funny too, because, you know, when that happened, we saw the look. Will Smith was laughing. It was all very strange. It's still very strange. You know, when you think about what happened there, it's still very strange, because the fact that Will Smith was like, and then all of a sudden we see Jada just kind of, and then all of a sudden it's just like, you know, it's Winter Soldier. Boom! She like shined him a look or whispered a fucking code word, you know. I don't know what it was, you know, Fresh Prince. Oh, gotta go, you know, or something like, I don't know what it was. And all of a sudden he just did that. So, hey, but at least she addressed it, I guess. But see, that's another relationship, though. We saw that one footage too, where she was basically recording him and saying, you know, recording a video to their therapist in his face, and he was noticeably frustrated and basically told her, like, hey, please don't record me, you know, and talking about his Instagram being his bread and butter. I mean, this is not a good relationship here either. There's something that's going on here too. And hopefully, you know, in a couple of years from now, we don't have another trial that happens that's live and we're all going to obsess and take fucking sides and everything like that. Even though I think with that one, I'd take Will Smith's side. Just kidding. I just love Will Smith. That's all. But anyways. Okay. Obi-Wan Kenobi, episode 3. No spoilers. Don't worry, guys. If you haven't watched the third episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I will not reveal any spoilers. I'll just review the episode. Obviously, we watched the first two. It's already been spoiled that, of course, the plot revolves around little Leia, which was kind of a shock. I didn't like it at first, and then I went, oh, okay, but it makes sense because help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only You're my only hope. Yeah. And of course she knows Ben, and goddamn, we know what Leia named her kid. So we know, there's of course going to be a pre-existing relationship with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Leia. So it does make sense. It's great. And, the little girl who plays little Leia, she's adorable. She's got that sass. I think Carrie Fisher, if she was still alive, may she rest in peace, she would appreciate. She would high-five that little girl. She would probably, there'd be selfies and all kinds of stuff. She would appreciate it. Carrie Fisher would love this little girl. I forgot what her name is. I apologize for that. But this episode, obviously, with the way that the last episode ended, so, of course, now we're like, okay, where is he? Where is he? Where is that guy? Oh, yeah. And, of course, he's present in this, but I won't say, some of the stuff that happens in here. My frustration with Obi-Wan Kenobi is sometimes you could feel like, was this the original shoot? Remember, we heard stuff like that. We heard stuff like, they had to, redo some things because it just wasn't working for Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm, So some of the things I'm like, when there's finally we see full-on Vader. Of course. Again, we've already spoiled the shit out of the first two episodes. I'm not spoiling this one, but of course we're going to see Vader in his lair, which we saw in Rogue One. The fact of the matter is, though, I felt like Rogue One did it better. Maybe because it's, obviously it was a movie, and I don't know. But I was really hoping, because it did feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi was a little bit more cinematic, with those first two episodes and everything. But I don't know, for some reason this episode, there was things that bugged me where I just kind of went, it's just not hitting as hard. But then there's certain things that do hit hard in here. That's what's kind of funny about this series. It's like there are things where I'm going, oh, and there's some things where I'm going, yeah. That kind of played out weird, and that design was weird. I don't know. This all felt kind of weird right here, but still enjoying the series. Still curious to see where it goes. We're already halfway through it, by the way, I think. Isn't there only 6 episodes? Isn't that crazy? It's like it just premiered, and it premiered not even a week ago, and we're already halfway through? Is there only 6 episodes? Or is there supposed to be 10? I don't know. I don't remember how many episodes. Maybe I'm wrong. I just was thinking there was only 6, or maybe it's more. Hopefully it's more. We need more, but I'm digging it. I'm still digging it. There's some imagery that happens in this episode where I went, oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. But like I said, there's just some things that just, I don't know. Some things feel cinematic and some things just don't. It's weird. It's like it gets a little jarring at times. But mostly, I'm enjoying it. But yeah, there's some times where I'm like, wait a minute. That should look a little bit. Remember how it looked? There's just some things where I'm like, it's just, I wanted it to feel more like it did over here. Maybe I'm just, because I like Rogue One so much, that I wanted a little bit more of a feel when it came to the whole Vader stuff with this. And it just didn't get it all right here, but at the same time, there were some really cool things that he says, and everything, and what happens. And then when it comes to any of the other characters, obviously the Reva character, whatever, which of course is the talk of controversy right now. It's like, she's still the same. There hasn't been anything that really has progressed with her. I still am going, I don't know I'm not really digging this character. And so if Lucasfilm and Star Wars or anybody wants to call me racist, go right ahead. Apparently that's what they're going to do. We already talked about that yesterday. Apparently Ewan McGregor posted a video today too, and I'm like, yeah, of course he did. Same time, it's like, you have to address it. You're the star of the fucking series, so he's going to post that. And yes, it's like, yeah, there are bigoted, racist pieces of shit out there, But again, small. It's a small little part. There's so much positivity. Why emphasize the small? But, what can you do? So there you go. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Still digging it. But there's just things that kind of bug me about it. I don't know. Anyways. Okay. So, like I said, guys, Real Emotion, they're starting their live stream right now. If you want to go over there as I go to the Twitter questions right here. Let's see. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. Nope, not right there. There we go. Let's get to these Twitter questions. But like I said, if you want to dip over to Real Emotion and see what Mr. Everett and Garza are doing, go for it. Okay. Mr. Eric Blake. So the big question, Dave, is whether Juan and crew will reshoot Amber scenes. I don't think they will in Aquaman 2 or not. I mean, Kevin Spacey was reshot with Christopher Plummer for that one film. Army of the Dead comes to mind too. Of course, think we could see that here. I don't. I really don't think that will happen. I just don't. Because it's not, Kevin Spacey fiddled, he diddled underage boys. Amber Heard is just a bitch. Okay, it's a little different, okay? It's a little different. Yeah, she tried to make it seem like she was like the full-on victim, and, that's the thing. It's not the same as the whole Kevin Spacey thing, or even Chris D'Elia. It's like a different kind of, it's different. It's different. So I don't think they will. But I think they might just cut her out completely, but I don't know if they will do that either. She was just probably going to have a minimal runtime. But yes, I know everybody wants some Emilia Clarke, but I just don't see that happening. It's just not the same. Carrie, hey Dave, what a great day today. The acts of Zaslav hit another mark. Are you hopeful for DeLuca and Abdi coming aboard? Yes, I am, big time. They did really good stuff over at MGM. Not much of a question, but I'm just excited for the future possibilities. Yes, but we got to remember, it's that Emmerich not fully out, just out of his position. It's a starting point. But I'm really looking forward to what DeLuca and Abdi have to do. I think they're going to do some good things. When we were talking about it a few weeks ago, I was like, yeah, I think these two could do some good fucking things. Ronak. Oh, that was his second question? Well, I'll read it first. Which sound wave travels faster, Will Smith slap or death, or Superman death cries? I don't know. I think the Will Smith clap. And Barrow, how long until Hamada is gone? I think that's. I mean, I would guess that he'll probably get another. He'll probably step from his. It's going to be the same thing. I think it's going to be the same thing where he steps down from his current position. He's, I don't know why I was doing that, like a little curtsy. I don't know. Step down. I'm just doing a little dance move right there. But I think it's the same thing's going to happen when it comes to Hamada. I think he's going to step down. He's going to get like another thing offered to him. And then it's just, like I said, it's like a mat. They want to like kick him out, but they're just kind of like throwing him into like a mattress to softly let him go out maybe. So I think, what's probably going to happen, and just talking to people in the biz that know more of this stuff than I do, they're kind of saying the same thing. So, Ronak again. Should we hope for some good news towards DC? I mean, there's, I love it when people ask this stuff. I'm like, all right, has it just been nothing but bad news? I mean, we have a Bat universe that a lot of people are digging. I don't know. We got a Black Adam trailer coming out next week, which hopefully is going to be awesome. And I don't know. I mean, it's just, yeah. It's not all terrible, guys. It's not all terrible. We got to be a little bit optimistic, right? CK, adios, Mr. Emmerich. Please let the door hit you on the way out. Yeah. And the door to his new job. Let's see. Ollie, this sounds great. You think he'll kick off the Black Label? Oh, yeah. So, one of the things that I failed to mention, and I apologize, but this is part of what it was happening too when it comes to this. Todd Phillips. So, Todd Phillips is apparently, finally, going to get some more recognition for what he created when it came to the Joker. Sorting out DC remains a major challenge for Zaslav. Sources say he has asked Todd Phillips to multi-hyphenate who created Dark 2019 billion-dollar grosser Joker to do more in the DC universe, potentially acting as an advisor, though he will not serve as an executive capacity. A knowledgeable source says Phillips and Zaslav have discovered a report Though Phillips is not an expert on the broader DC universe. While a Disney-owned Marvel chief creator officer Kevin Feige oversees film, television, animation, and publishing, there has been no single voice guiding DC. DC Chief Hamada oversees the film universe based on the company's characters, including the HBO Max spinoffs. Fuck you, cocksucker. Anyways, DC properties are only loosely connected and sometimes take place in entirely separate universes, such as the Oscar-winning Joker and Matt Reeves' The Batman, released in March, which, of course, Zaslav says was a success. So, there's talks about Todd Phillips finally, remember when we heard that he pitched more for the dark, DC Dark or DC Black Label, wherever the fuck? Remember we heard that, and everybody's kind of going like, okay, why hasn't that happened? Where's the Luthor movie? Where's the Crane movie? The Freeze? I don't know. Anybody. Just name a fucking character, and you can really do something that's just like the Joker, like that, in its own universe. It could be its own thing. Where was all that? It made $1 billion. Don't do Joker 2. We don't need a Joker 2. You have all these other characters you could do shit on. Do that instead. And apparently he pitched like 3 other ideas. 2 to 3. I don't know how much it was. But yes, that was also mentioned today too when it came to, okay, what's going to be happening when it comes to this DC Studios that they want to create. And now they're sounding like, I know some people are like, really? Todd Phillips, the guy who did fucking Hangover, the Hangover movies? That guy? Are you serious? That guy heading DC Studios or something like that? But then again, how much? We don't know. He could have a vast knowledge of the DC universe for all we know. He just kind of kept it under wraps. For all we know, he knows all kinds of shit about the DC universe and could be the perfect person to just kind of overlook things. I don't think that's going to be the case. I still think that Zaslav wants to find that one person that could really handle DC Studios or whatever, if that's what they plan on doing. I think he's still on the lookout for somebody, and it needs to be somebody like, if they want to do, if he wants to find a Kevin Feige it's like, yeah, you have to have somebody who has has knowledge of the universe, a pretty good knowledge. I'm not saying he has to know like every nook and fucking cranny of the universe, but he knows a little bit. But I just really hope that Joker 2 really doesn't happen, because it doesn't really need to happen unless they come up with a great idea. Then fine, knock yourself out. But there's so many other characters that they could do. Let's do something else. Let's do something different. Please. DC Films Black Label, gotta happen. Yes, Travis. Me and you. Needs to happen. Because it's just like, we're 2022, and that came out in 2019. It's nothing. All we've heard is like there's a rumor that there might be a Joker 2, and I think that shouldn't be. It should be something else. I think a Crane movie, Professor Crane, a Scarecrow movie. There's a lot there that you could do, and I bet you Todd Phillips pitched that one too. I bet you he pitched that one. You could do one on Pam Isley, Poison Ivy movie if you wanted to also. That would actually probably be pretty good for Society Now, or even like if it was also like in the 90s or in the early 2000s, stuff like that. Can you imagine like a Poison Ivy type movie where she's basically trying to save the world from global warming and all this kind of stuff? It could really hit. I think the Joker hit a little spot in, when it came to all what's happening even like now, even though it took place back in like the early 80s or whatever. You can really just do some things with these characters, specifically the Batman Rogues Gallery. You really could do some shit. You don't have to be legit to the fucking source material either. That's the beauty part of this. The beauty part is you can really make these characters their own. You really could. That'd be sweet. All right, guys. Well, there's that. And basically to wrap up the week when it comes to everything that's happening, like I said, this was a good win. We wanted Toby to not be where he is, and he's not. He's not going to be. After this, he's still going to transition. That sounds funny. Yeah, Toby Emmerich's going to transition. No, he's going to, it's going to be a transition period, of course. But, let's not get our hopes up that he's just going to fully leave, but you never know. I think it's a stepping stone for him to eventually leave, but At least he's not in the spot where he's at. And the two people that are coming in, they're really going to probably really help some shit out. They're really going to do some good things. And yeah, when it comes to any kind of discourse, I don't know. All I can tell you guys is, hey, discussions, listen to people, have some, just sit there. If someone's arguing with you, just sit down and listen to their point of view. Why do they think like this? I mean, there's a lot of discourse, especially when it comes to the Heard and Depp stuff. Not a ton. I mean, it seems like a majority of people are like, what the fuck? But man, when I've had some conversations with people that just do not want to even acknowledge the things that went against Amber Heard, but they're still just like, yeah, fuck Johnny Depp. I'm like, yeah, you could still say that, but you can't just sit there and say that she's like this angel. She's not. So... I mean, there's always going to be a lot of discourse, always going to be a lot of things, and we just got to take every little win, every little win. This is a little win. I mean, it's maybe more than a little. It's a win. It's a win. Maybe not a huge win because it's not fully out, but eventually, hopefully, we'll get there. And like I said, guys, Ayer cut should be the main focus, and this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the Snyder fandom. And like I said, if you're going to hashtag restore the Snyderverse, you want to make that trend, which it was trending today, just hashtag release the Ayer cut 2. Get that to fucking trend with it, please. Okay, it's already been revealed that something's going to be happening in November. Okay, November seems to be the month for this stuff. So please, let's pump up those numbers. We want to help out Mr. Ayer because it's not going to be easy, okay? Not going to be easy with a tightwad like Davis Zaslav, okay? Guys, pinching every fucking penny, okay? Pitching every penny. He needs to, and it can't just be on Twitter too, okay? Do it on Facebook. Do it on Instagram, TikTok, all this stuff. God, that would be big. If it trended pretty big on TikTok, that would be huge. But that sounds like it's could be impossible because TikTok, Jesus Christ. Okay, guys, that's it right there. End of the week. Members only stream happening after this. Okay, so members, look forward to the link. Forgot to mention that at the beginning, but yeah, if you want to take part of it, become a member. Hit the join button. I'll be doing a post show right now. If you guys want to pick my brain a little bit more, we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Look for the link on your YouTube feed. I will post it right there, members, so do that. Yeah, the OnlyFans link, as Mateo puts it. But hit that thumbs up before you leave. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. All the sock meds and the Patreon, all that stuff is all down there for you. And yeah, man, still, regardless, been a pretty good day when it comes to it's been a crazy day. But and then, like I said, Real Emotion, we'll be talking right now, so head over to that channel. And anyways, guys, members, I'll see you soon. And then everybody else, I'll see you guys Friday on the Vodka stream. Okay? Talk to you later.